So the solenoid coils did not fix it. It actually seems worse since I started messing with it. So I can't really get a hold of anybody with Nitrous Express. So I basically just started tearing shit apart. I got the dash out of it, fucking wires scattered everywhere, trying to figure out what's going on. And like, there's no signs of anything that's bad. So I went and picked up a new nitrous controller, and I'm gonna put it in and at least hook it up to test it and see if that is the issue or not. I've messed with relays and all kinds of shit. I don't even know where to go with it at this point. But it's Saturday. Friday we got a race, and Saturday we got a race. This coming Friday and Saturday. And I've been on a 3 or 4 week struggle with this damn thing. Come too far to give up, but I'm running out of ideas. So with that, I am going to get to hooking this nitrous controller up and see if we can come up with something. I updated my controller, you know, somebody said to do that, and that didn't work. So basically 1,020 pounds at this point. Earlier today, 1,020 pounds of pressure it would not spray. 1,018 it would. So, and it varies. Last night I had 1,213 pounds in it and it was spraying. So I'm worried that I put it at 950 where I run it at, go out and it's not gonna work. And then it's another waste. It's already done it to me a couple times this year. So we'll keep grinding. And hopefully this takes care of it. At least I'll know. I don't know if now's the right time, but I do have a fuel tech set up for the car. That was supposed to have already been on the car, but we had some confusions on me actually getting it. So I do have it. I'm waiting on 2 sensors and 1 nano gauge, and once that comes, and I'll pretty much have the whole setup, aside from some sensors that I want to buy from Low Dollar, and I need to get those ordered. So if I can figure this out temporarily, I think real soon it's going to have a whole different setup on it anyway. It's a good thing they fucking fit tight, but god damn. So there's that. Now I think I need to flip it back up.
What are you holy fucking about?
It's just all taped up the whole way.
Should it be like that?
Yeah, we taped it up whenever we first put it together. We thought we had a lot of interference. Shit wasn't working right.
Surprise, shit still ain't working right.
Yeah. Well, the thing on my knife stretched out, so it keeps fucking falling off. Don't peel very easy though. Shit's sticky. It's fucking everything.
Is that a certain kind of tape or?
This is duct tape.
Just
Like
duct
ducting tape, metal ducting tape. So,
Hang on just a second.
that's going out. Blue, blue, red, red. Black, black. Ain't no turning back now.
Have you done this before?
Yep. This will be, if it is the controller, this will be the third controller.
Were you having the same kind of problems before? It was a different kind of problem last time.
I don't even remember what it was last time, but it was different. I don't remember what it was, but it wasn't the same as what it is. These ones are gonna be a pain in the dick. The cutbacks are fucking short. Should have cut on the other side. See my knife anywhere? But
That's not true, honey.
what?
You keep track of me just fine.
Fuck I do. Have no idea what you've done. Or who. Some of the stories I've heard, you don't either.
Shall we talk about yours?
Still don't match up to you.
Save the best for last.
Yeah, I thought I was getting professional. What the fuck happened?
You came with a lot of baggage.
Yeah, none.
So what'd you get me for our anniversary?
Spread open your booty hole.
Sure viewers want to hear that.
Hearing it's one thing. I'm sure they don't want to see it.
That's for fans only. You do have dollar bills up here, though.
It was in the car, so I've always left it in the car.
Right. Mm-hmm. We all know what you've been doing.
Whatever it takes. If I gotta shake something, I gotta shake something. You know what I mean?
What you got to shake, boy?
Belly. I'll probably have to re-download or update or whatever this thing to you. Hopefully it's all still in the computer and it's easy.
Yep.
I don't know here.
For a little bit of butt crack.
Mm-hmm.
Subscription canceled.
Yeah, that's where that dollar come from.
Ah, I see, I see.
Oh, when I get up on stage, 20s is better than dollars, but we don't discriminate as long as it's paper. Well, I'll swing it down and hook that shit up. Remember what size those were?
Huh?
Blue. These fuckers are super cool. It heat shrinks, it has solder in it. I don't personally feel like it's got enough solder in it, so I put solder on the end of the wires. That's why I did what I did. Then I'll stick these on, heat it up, and it melts everything together. And it's
Let me see it close.
weather sealed and soldered.
Where do you get those from?
I ordered these off the line, online, just by taking a chance. I was actually at Next Motorsports Race Cars and saw them have some and asked them about it, and they just said go online and order them. But they're pretty, I mean, you can see what it is. They got bigger kits and smaller kits, and it's such a pain in the ass to try to hold these wires together by yourself. So this kind of adds, it's still kind of a pain in the ass. Don't kid yourself, but this helps. It does help. Groovy. Just trying to watch the pressure and see when the solenoids start working at what pressure. But at this point, well, they don't work at over 1200, which these solenoids are, they state right on there that they won't work over 1200. But this is 1180-ish. They're not working at all, not trying. $11.44. Getting louder, so they're going to start working, but it's going to be below 1100. Oops. 1120. 1062. $1,019 to $1,025. Starting to make a different sound. You can hear it. It'll start working. That's 1,014. $970. Starting to let it come through. So we're at 960 PSI, 961 PSI, 59, and they're not open. I'm gonna hook the fucking fogger up to the purge button, purge solenoids, and see if that gets us anything. I don't know which one's which. So now it's got to be something wiring. Where's torch? Everything's unplugged. Solenoids.
So what was it that you just hooked up?
Some old ass antique fucking NOS solenoids have been around since the fucking 40s probably. Had the shit beat clean out of them. And they work flawlessly and did exactly what it was supposed to. That was 1102 PSI. Whereas for these ones to spray, for mine to spray that's on the car, I had to have it down to 1,000, sometimes 960. It would start to spray. So I don't know what the fuck I can do now. Buy new fucking solenoids.
So the nitrous controller's fine.
Yeah, and the nitrous controller didn't do any good. So I can pull it back off. Yes. That was the second fogger I took off of it. Some old antique shit. That's why I took it off. Everybody was bitching at me for having that old shit on there.
So before you replaced the coils, you didn't replace the solenoids,
The coil's inside the solenoid.
but you didn't replace them themselves.
No, I mean, I'm gonna pull the solenoids off, take it apart. If I can get it apart, I gotta find my fucking solenoid wrench. I don't know what the hell I did with it. Take it apart and see, I mean, what the hell could be hanging up in there? I don't know. It's just, I mean, that coil, from what I understand, electrifies it, and that's what makes it pulse. I mean, that's what controls it. So realistically, there should be no issues. It's got new coils in it. There's nothing wrong with the power.
And the wiring's working like it's supposed
The
to.
wiring's working like it's supposed to. Now I know it's the solenoids though. So, with another $450 if I want to have them soon. I don't know if Jegs has got solenoids or not. I have to find out.
Yep.
Yeah, so I lost my fucking solenoid wrench. So we double nutted the bitch with some crescent wrenches. Got it broke loose. Yeah. Pull it out. I mean, I don't know what it's supposed to look like. If you look real close, you can see it looks like it's broke away on the sides right there, and I've never had these apart. Honestly, don't look too god awful bad. And you can see the chatter marks there. So if I put it in and just push on it, it moves smoothly. If I put any kind of side pressure or anything on it, it don't want to move. So that's probably the problem. Plus there's nothing else to fail. You good?
Mm-hmm.
I got HD Mallory called me and was talking to me about the solenoids. I got the solenoid apart, was looking at it. It was kind of on the sides of it. It was real rough and galled up. The tower was too, and then at the bottom of the, like in the hole of the tower at the bottom, it was kind of like, I don't know if it's just the way it was made, but I had never had those apart. So, but it's like it's chipped away, and he's pretty confident that that's the issue. And like after I looked at it, I'm pretty confident that that's the issue. So we got Tony Fowler. He was out here, Odie. He said he can polish that shit out. So he took the parts into his place. He's going to polish on them. See if we can get it all smoothed out and everything work good again. All else fails, I can order the parts, but it's going to take a couple days to get it if I get it from Summit, unless I drive there, and that's a long ass trip. Tyler Cox said he has a set of those solenoids, but he just has to be able to have time to get out to get them off his truck. So absolute worst case, I've got a set of solenoids. We are going to get to test the car. Don't know if it's going to be tomorrow or not. Depends on how everything goes. I don't know what the extent's going to be of testing, but we are going to be able to get some passes on it. And even if it's on the street, I'm taking it somewhere to do something to try to get the nitrous somewhat figured out, but safe anyway, before the races this weekend. I really don't want to go into these races feeling like I'm donating. I want to have some sort of confidence whenever whenever I put my car out there on the street or on the backside of a track. So if for some reason I can't do any testing at all, I won't race. So, but this is a kind of a big weekend. These are two pretty gangster ass races, and I definitely want to be a part of it. So I am not stopping until I absolutely can't make it.
We've had lots of calls for help. We appreciate everybody calling and messaging.
You know, all the messages, all the calls, everything. We appreciate it. I don't know what Jegs has on hand. That's the closest option for me to buy new. If I order it straight from NX, you know, it takes 3 to 4 days to get it unless I overnight it. And then that kicks you dead in the nuts. Summit has, I think, the plungers, I believe somebody said. They have 10 of them. Like I said, that's a long drive. You know, that's a 2-day shipping. But whatever it takes, we'll get it. Hopefully. That's the goal. And I haven't stopped yet. The car's still tore apart. I got so much shit to put back together on this thing. And I'll probably be up all night. Hoping to be able to go somewhere tomorrow and test. So that's where we're at. On the last video, it was a quick deal to try to get it out there, and you know, we didn't turn the volume up on it, so some of the people saying that they couldn't hear it or it was hard to hear or whatever, that is 100% our fault. Sorry. I'm half in panic and half in fuck it mode right now. So I just don't know how to quit. I wish I did. So with that, I'm going to check out for now and appreciate y'all. And we'll talk to you a little more here in a little bit.